Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist to the Abyss, and you're watching my review for Shokugeki no Soma, aka Food Wars, Chapter 120. Okay, this review is late, but that's just because I've been really busy as of late, because not only am I working 8-hour days, but I'm also searching for another job and doing interviews and stuff, so I'm just busy all the time, and I just don't have nearly as much time as I used to. Okay, but the review's up now, and I'll just get into it. Should be relatively quick because a lot of this chapter was just dialogue. Soma thought that he could use the school festival as a way to defeat Kuga, or at least prove that he's better than Kuga at something. That way he can get Kuga to accept the Shokugeki. Alright, he tried to use the school festival as a way to do that. Alright, and his plan here is to make a booth for the festival and then outsell Kuga. That way Kuga has to admit that Soma was the better man and accepted Shokugeki. Alright, the problem with this though is that Soma doesn't actually understand how big of a task it is to run a booth. Hojo ends up coming along and directing him to the Chinese Food Research Society for two reasons. One, so that he can see just how much preparation is required to run a booth. Alright, and the second was to let him do recon because Kuga specializes in Chinese cooking. Right? And Hojo does too. So maybe Hojo has declined. Um, she has declined Kuga's invitation to the Chinese Research Society multiple times, so she clearly doesn't want to be a part of it. So I'm thinking that maybe she will be more involved in this arc as a part of Soma's staff and actually helping him man his booth. Which I would be perfectly fine with because I became a fan of hers during the Fall Classic. And I wish that more characters from the Fall Classic got involved like this. Her, that one witch-looking girl, and some of the other characters that got introduced, I wish they were more relevant. In fact, freaking Ryoko and Yoshino, and they barely do anything as it is. Ibusaki, get some of those guys in there. All right, like I'm perfectly happy getting an arc where there's actually a side character that doesn't get much screen time. Now finally getting a chance to get that screen time. Okay, um, so I'm happy with the direction they're going with introducing Hojo back in and having her get involved in this arc. Um, but yeah, she ends up taking Soma and Megumi down to the Chinese Food Research Society, and Soma is pretty much blown away by the skill and the synchronization of Kuga's staff. They're cooking, all their dishes taste exactly the same, and they finish at the exact same time. It's like it's the synchronization here is perfect. It really is, and Soma is legit just blown away by it. And the food they're cooking is high quality too. Okay, Soma's cooked this exact same dish before, this mapo tofu. Right? He's cooked this exact same dish before back at the Yukihira restaurant, but it wasn't even close to being as good as the dishes that these random staff dudes are making. Okay, so that tells you just how good Kuga is, because we haven't even seen his personal cooking yet. He's much better than these random fodder dudes. Okay, but he's so good that he was able to teach these guys to cook a better mapo tofu than Soma could. All right, and they're just jobbers, they're fodder, and they're cooking better than Soma can, they're cooking perfect dishes that taste exactly the same, despite the fact that they're different people cooking them, and they're finishing at the same time. That's incredibly impressive. All right, so Kuga is clearly a good teacher, and he's an even better cook himself. So there's just the way things are looking right now, there's no way Soma would ever even be able to hope to defeat him in a Shokugeki. Okay, there's just no way. I just don't see it. Kuga says it at the end of the chapter, what is it that you're actually better than me at? Like, can you defeat me? Is there anything you can best me at? And right now it doesn't look like there is, because Kuga is legitimately just that good. All right, so I don't know what someone's going to do. He's going to pull something off. He's going to pull something off. I don't know what, but he's going to pull something off so he can at least get close to Kuga. But he'll probably lose out in the end. And then there will be an arc where he has to try and power up, I guess, in order to finally get Kuga to accept the challenge. Or maybe it won't even be Kuga. Maybe it'll be, I don't know, just some other member of the Elite 10. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. It's not like there are many other. It would have to be someone below him though. So I mean, there are only really two choices there, and it's definitely not going to be Arena. I don't know. I don't know what they'll try and do. All right, but I guess Azon would be. I don't know, but would he even care enough to accept? I don't know. I'm honestly not too sure where they're going with this. Past this arc, the only thing I have somewhat like a tiny bit of confidence in is the fact that Soma is just not going to be able to defeat Kuga during the school festival. He's just not going to do it. He's not getting that Shokugeki as soon as he wants to. All right, um, but specifically for this chapter and its rating, I will give it a 7 out of 10. Thought it was a cool chapter. I liked how um, I just liked how Kuga ran his staff and how they were actually really good. You know, I like that Hojo was reintroduced to the series. Oh, I, I can't really say reintroduced, but I like how she's back in the series now. Um, yeah, so I'll give the chapter 7 out of 10. I thought it was cool, and that's that, you guys. Rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at BlacklistOTA, and I'll see you guys next time.